Good evening. Yes, it is audible. Okay. Jeffrina, Sheila. Yes, audible. Okay, okay. Thank you. You are able to see the screen? Type of circuit elements. You are able to see the screen? Type of circuit elements, linear, passive, it is there. Yes. Please reply. Please. Is it okay? Please. If you reply, then after confirmation, we'll start the class. You are able to see the screen? Audible, visible, okay. Okay, then. Okay. Okay, Sheila. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. We'll proceed. Till yesterday, we have learned about what is voltage, what is current, what is power, what is energy, their definitions, and also the basic problems of it. Today, we are going to discuss about the type of circuit elements, that is linear and nonlinear, active and passive elements, bilateral and unilateral, lumped and distributed, time variant and in time invariant. Yes. Now, see, first we are going to see what is linear and what is non-linear. Linear elements are those which follows the property of principle of homogeneity and superposition. It has to follow both. If it is following the principle of homogeneity and superposition, then we can call it as a linear. Now, what is homogeneity? If here it is given already clearly, if input to a circuit is scaled by some factor C. If it is scaled by some factor C, then output should also get scaled by the same factor. If input is multiplied by 2 times, then output should also get multiplied by 2 times. Then we will call it as a homogeneity. And what is superposition? Superposition, you all know, when 2 or more sources are connected, we'll take one source at a time, and after calculating separately, we will add the sources. We will do the algebraic sum. Algebraic sum of the outputs from its source. Now, that means if x1 of t is given, y1 of t you are getting as output. If x2 of t is given as input, y2 of t you are getting as output. That means x1 of t plus x2 of t, the output should be y1 of t plus y2 of t. Okay, that should be the output. Now, if it is linear combination of two inputs is applied to a system, we obtain linear combination of individual outputs with the same coefficients. Here you see x1 if I am applying as an input, y1 we are getting as output, x2 we are applying as an input, y2 we are getting as an output. And same thing you are getting here, and also you see here clearly C1 is multiplied with x1, C2 is multiplied with x2. So in the output also, in place of coefficient of y1, C1 has to be there. If it is there, then we'll call it as a homogeneity property. And If two or more sources are there, then we'll call it as a superposition. If it is following both, then we will call it as a linearity. Done? Yes. We'll see examples. No need to worry. Yes, we'll see here. Here, what is this equation? Yes, you all know this is the equation of a straight line y is equal to mx. Fine. Now, it always represents y is equal to mx curve always represents a linear element. Why? Why? Because if you multiply with C1, okay, x1 is the input, y1 is the output. If you multiply with C1 in the input, then y1 will be equal to C1 into x1. And if you are having another input x2 and you are multiplying with a constant c2, then also you will get y2 is equal to c2 into x2. Then overall y is equal to y1 plus y2 is equal to cx1 plus cx2. This is very clear. Here it is already stated, similar one only you will get. Now you see this. Now you see this. What is this equation? This is also a straight line, you will tell. But here, what will be the equation? Y is equal to mx plus c. C is the intercept of the straight line, this line at y-axis. Where it is touching? Here it is touching, right? What is this point? That value you will write in C. C means intercept of the straight line at y-axis. Okay. Now we will see by applying the input x1. y1 is equal to, okay, m into x1 plus c. Done. y2 will be equal to m into x2 plus c. Now the input is, what is the input? Input is equal to x1 plus x2, right? This is the input. Now what you will get as output? Overall output means y is equal to mx plus c, right? Now m into, what is the input? Two inputs are there, x1 plus x2, m into x1 plus x2, and here you multiply with homogeneity, that is a, okay, it is a1, this will be a2, here it will be a1, I'll erase and I'll write y. Overall y will be equal to input. What is the input? Input is equal to a into x1 plus a, you see, input is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2. Okay. Now output, what should be there? Output m into this input. X is the input right here. So whatever input is there, you write in that place of x. M into a1 x1 plus a2 x2. Okay. Plus c as it is what is there. Now you compare this output. Okay. This output m into a1 x1, I'm writing separately now. M into a2 x2 plus c. Okay. Now if you compare this output y with the output of y1 plus y2, what will be y1 plus y2? y1 plus y2 will be m into ax1, you can take. Okay. Here you can take a1 into y1 plus a2 into y2. Now in place of x1 you have to multiply with a1. Okay. Then what will be the answer? M into, what will be the answer? Please reply. Multiplied a1 into y1, a into mx1 plus c plus A2 into mx2 plus c. Okay, this is the output when you got A1 into y1 plus A2 into y2. Now you compare this and this. Is both are equal? Is it equal? No. Y is not equal to A1 y1 plus A2 y2. You can see clearly. You can see clearly here only one C is there. Here A1 C plus A2 C is there. This is the difference. So that means both are not equal. So it is non-linear. So non-linear. Done? Is it clear? Please, if you are having any doubt, please tell me. All these things you will be learning in your signals and systems also. Even though you will be learning in your signals and system, I am explaining it. Yes, please. Please tell me if you are having any doubt. I'll tell you. Please reply. Please reply. Any doubts? What is linear? How you are telling it is linear or not? I'm waiting for your answers. Please. Okay, good, good. Ugal, Sangara, Jeffrina, no doubt. Okay, that means you are clear. Yes. See, that means you have to remember if a straight line is passing through origin, it will always be a linear element. If a straight line is passing through some C intercept, that means it is not a non-linear. It is not a linear, it is a non-linear. Here, anyway, this is not a straight line. If it is not a straight line, directly you can tell it is a non-linear element. Then, shape is not a straight line. If it is straight and it is passing through origin, then we can tell it is linear. Even though if it is straight, in this you can see it is passing not through origin. It is passing through some intercepts. So this is not a linear element. It is not linear. Here directly by seeing this graph, you can tell it is not a straight line and it is non-linear. Fine. Is it clear? Okay. I just want to tell the difference between linear and non-linear also. Linear elements are those characteristics of linear elements always passes through the origin, as I told you, and they obey Ohm's law and the linear relationship. If here V is increased, I is increased by 2, then V will also be increased by 2. Yes, that is what this straight line indicates. That means V is directly proportional to I. If the E is directly proportional to I, which law? It is Ohm's law, so it obeys Ohm's law. It satisfies principle of homogeneity and superposition. Whatever I told, same things. If it is non-linear, they do not obey Ohm's law, no linear relationship, and all these things will come when it is semiconductor devices. Okay, all semiconductor mostly will be non-linear elements. Done. And here I'll be drawing. Please, if it is going like this is non-linear. Okay, if it is passing through the origin, so it is linear. Let it be V. Let this be I. I means current, V means voltage. Okay, this is linear. This is a linear graph. Clear? These are the characteristics of linear and non-linear. Linear are ohmic elements Ohm's law which is following, we will call it as ohmic elements. If it is non-following, then we'll call as non-ohmic elements. Fine? Okay. Then we'll see what is the difference between active and passive elements. Yes. Yesterday I told little bit about active and passive elements. Can anybody tell? Anybody, please? What is active element? What is passive? Yes. What is active? What is passive? Please reply. Even though if it is wrong, no need to worry. It's fine. Whatever you know, you tell. Whatever you have remembered, whatever you have learned, please. But reply. I want reply. Even though if you are telling wrong, no problem. It is an element that acts as a supplying source. Active means sources. Fine, fine. You are correct. Like battery. Okay. Good, good. Yes. That means active elements are those which can supply energy for an infinite amount of time. Okay. You have to see this. It is about infinite amount of time, are capable of internal amplification. Infinite amount of time and capable of internal amplification. Then we call it as active elements. Voltage source, current source, BJT, FET, op amp. Op amp is an internally it will amplify the signal. Whatever input you are giving, it will amplify and give it as an output. So we can call it as an active source, active element. Then all dependent sources are also considered as active elements. Fine. Is it clear? Okay. What is passive? Passive elements are those which will absorb electrical energy and they do not store or and what they may store or dissipate that energy. That means I told you here you see infinite amount of time. That means for very long time. For very long time, if it is capable of supplying energy, we can call it as a source. Here, inductor and capacitor is there. Yes, inductor and capacitor. They will also store energy. Inductor will store energy in the form of magnetic field, capacitor in the form of electric field. But this will store energy and dissipate very quickly. So here it is given, they may store energy and dissipate that energy. But if it is dissipating very quickly, that means these are known as passive elements. Okay, don't tell it is capable of storing the energy, so it is able to supply energy. Supply energy for infinite amount of time means active, but they will not supply infinite amount of time. Okay, so that is why reason it is a passive element. Clear? Yes. Okay. Now these are the VI characteristics. Now yesterday I told you if it is a element absorbing the power or absorbing energy, the current direction will be from where to where? From positive to negative or negative to positive? Please reply. Positive is the absorbed from the source. Passive is the absorbed from the source. Okay. Yes, please tell from which direction current is flowing. We can tell that it is absorbing power or delivering power. By current direction, I told you yesterday. From positive to negative, if the current is flowing, we will tell as a absorbing or delivering. Please. Delivering, delivering. Passive is delivering the energy. Okay. Passive is delivering the energy, Prasanna. No. Passive means it is something which will absorb. Battery is active or passive. Battery is active. Battery is active. Battery is an active element. Battery is an active element. Capacitor is a passive element. Okay. What is a based on the current direction? I told you yesterday, if current through an element is flowing from positive to negative, what I told from positive to negative means yes, yes, absorbs. It absorbs power or energy. That means here, if it is absorbing, we'll call it as a passive element. If the current is flowing from negative to positive, so delivers power. Okay, that means it is active element. Okay, from this we can clearly say if slope of VI curves, slope of VI characteristics should be greater than or equal to 0 for passive element. Slope of VI characteristics is less than 0 for active element. For active element, you can see here, you can see in first quadrant, I told you it is passive. Here slope is going up. If it is going up, slope is positive. And if it is going down, then we will call it as it is a negative slope. That means negative means it is less than 0. We'll call it as active element. Here, first and third quadrants, okay, is positive slope. This is positive slope. This is negative slope. This is positive or negative. Please tell. It will be a positive slope. This will be a negative slope. Why that is positive? Why this is negative? Can anybody? Why the third quadrant? It is also going down, but how you are telling it is positive? How you are telling it is a positive? Battery is always a active element, Lavanya. Battery is always active. Yes, please tell. Please tell why the third quadrant slope is positive, even though if it is going down. Waiting for your answers. Please reply. Please. Okay, you see here. Slope is nothing but, slope means will denote with m. M is equal to y by x. In this quadrant, y is negative. Yes, it is negative. X is also, x is negative. So y is negative, x is negative. So negative by negative will be overall positive. Yes, negative and negative gets cancelled. So overall will be positive. That is the reason why this is passive element. Fine. Is it clear now? Is it clear? First and third quadrant are passive. Second and fourth quadrant are active elements. Fine. We can see by slope also we can tell. By showing the polarity, we can tell exactly. Okay. By showing the polarity, it's fine. If slope is greater than or equal to 0, we will call it as a passive element. If slope is less than or equal less than 0, then we'll call it as active element. Fine. I told you yesterday, if current enters positive terminal, it is passive element. If current is entering negative terminal, it is active element. Fine. Is it clear? But it's clear, it's fine. Done. We'll go for next one. That is bilateral and unilateral. Bilateral and unilateral. The elements in which changing the current direction will not alter the behavior of an element. If it is not alter means changing. It should not change the behavior of an element. Then it is called bilateral or bidirectional. That means simple things I will tell you. See, here the graph is given. If you find the slope, what will be there? M is equal to y by x. Y is v1, x is i1. If you find this slope, v by I is equal to r. Here 1 is there, take as r1. Now if you see this in this quadrant, now here current direction is changed. Yes, the current direction is changed. Now what is the slope? M2. M2 is equal to minus v1 by minus i1. And finally you are getting minus minus cancelled. v1 by i1 is equal to r1. So even though current direction is changed, you are getting as r1. Even if the current direction is positive, you are getting as r1. That means this is a bilateral element. Okay. Just simple example. Sorry. Inductor, capacitor, resistor, even though if you change the direction, the property doesn't change. It will not change the behavior. But in diode, if diode, it is in forward bias when anode is connected to positive, cathode is connected to negative, and it will conduct like a, yes, it will behave almost like a short circuit. It will conduct current very easily. But in opposite direction, if you connect positive terminal to cathode and negative terminal to anode, then what will happen? If that is the case, then it will act as open circuit. If the characteristics or the behavior is changing, that means it is a unilateral element. If it is not changing, then it is a bilateral element. Simple thing is, directly by graph you can tell if This is the real axis, right? This is real, this is imaginary. Now from origin, okay, from origin, if you see, if it is symmetric about the origin, symmetric means it should be exactly same. Okay, whatever is there here, if you see from this point, whatever is there here, same thing is there here, same graph. If it is there same, then that means it is bilateral. If it is not there, then it will be unilateral. Even if it is there in second and fourth quadrant also similarly, then it is called as bilateral. Fine. Clear? It is given already, it is non-linear and bilateral. Clear? Okay. Unilateral, I told you, if property changes by current direction, then element is unilateral or unidirectional. Example is diode, best example. Here, it is also non-linear and unilateral. Okay? Done? Done. Now, these are the examples. You can see if it is in second quadrant, we'll call it as an active element, and this is a non-linear one, and it is unilateral. And here you can see here it is where it is in third quadrant. Third quadrant means it is a passive element, and it is a non-linear one and unilateral. Unilateral because if you change the current direction, characteristics are changing. Here you can tell this is also a non-linear one, unilateral and active. Why you are telling here this is active? Even though if the characteristics on first quadrant, if the characteristics even lying on first quadrant, why you are telling is active? You can tell as a passive, right? But here, if slope is less than 0, then we'll tell directly it is an active element. If the characteristics lies in active and passive, then we will keep calling it as active element only. Then clear? These are the best examples. And here, if you want, I can take a very good example. Previously, what we have taken resistance, right? Same thing we'll take here also. Let this be. Let it be some 2 amps. Let it be some 10 volts. This is V. This is I. Now, let it be 4 volts. Sorry. Here, let it be here minus 1 amp. Let it be here minus 4 volt. It looking like a straight line, but if you see the characteristics, if you go with the slope, here slope is V by I. V by I is 10 by 2 is equal to 5. Here it is minus 4 by minus 1 is equal to 4. Is it same? The slope is not same. That means it is a unilateral one. Okay. This is unilateral. Don't tell directly by seeing it is a bilateral. Here if values are given, go with that very carefully. Done. This is the best one. It has come in many exams. In state level exams, they have asked in this manner, and most of the people will take bilateral and they will come out of the room. Please don't do that. Okay. Now, we can call it as the points which you have to remember. Characteristic curve, if it is similar in opposite quadrants, that means first and third or second and fourth, then elements are bilateral, otherwise unilateral. If the ratio of voltage to current, that is V by I, at any point is negative, then it is called active, otherwise passive. Even if it is lying on passive and active, we will call it as active. I told you, no, that is the second point. That is what the second point is telling. Every linear element must exhibit bilateral property, but the converse may or may not be true. That means you can see in the last slides, straight line means what we will tell, passing through the origin. It is always linear. If straight line passing through the origin, if it is linear, it will be bilateral. By default, all linear are bilateral. Okay, all linear are bilateral, but not all bilateral are linear. Fine, all linear. Okay, all linear are bilateral, but all bilateral are not linear. Fine, this is the Venn diagram kind. These are the points you have to remember. And what is lumped and distributed? Yes, lumped and distributed means whatever components you have seen physically, physical components you have seen resistor, capacitor, inductor, right? All these are physical components whichever are there are lumped parameters, lumped elements. And in transmission line also you'll be having resistance, inductance, capacitance, but there you can't able to see physically with naked eye, right? But the property will be there. That means in transmission line, whatever the resistance, inductance, capacitance, these are there, those are distributed and physically which you can see by your eyes, generally on PCB board. If you open your phone charger also, you can see physically components. These are lumped. If entire property of an element is assumed to be concentrated at a single point, that is what? A resistor will be given directly in very small length. That means it is a lump. When property of an element is distributed throughout its length, it is distributed. Okay. These network laws, KCL, KVL, all these are applicable only to lumped elements. So distributed elements are not approximated by KVL and KCL. These distributed elements are approximated by lumped parameters for analysis. Okay, for analysis, we will be taking distributed elements as lumped parameters. What is time varying and time invariant? If the property of an element varies with time, then it is time variant. If the property of an element is not varying with time, it is time invariant. But for short period of time, you can assume all elements are time invariant only. Okay, all elements are time invariant. But over longer period of time, property of an element changes definitely. That is quite common. Now, if you buy a new fan, for example, in the initial stage, it will run very fast. It will be, for example, if it is rotating at some 800 RPM, okay, it will be the same after a few months or 1 year, 2 years. No, some slight speed will be reduced. That is what here it is telling. Same thing, if the property will definitely change, because for everything there is a limited time period, limited span of life. So after some time it will change. If it is changing, then it is time variant. If it is not changing, then it is time invariant. Generally in network theory, in electrical circuits, when you are calculating current, voltage, all these things across element or through the element, because at instant of time, 3 milliseconds, 5 milliseconds, after 10 seconds, after 1 minute, in 1 hour. So by these things, the property will not change. It will change over longer period of time. It is not like in 10 minutes it will be changing. It will not change, no. If it is changing, then it is time variant, but generally it will not change in smaller time period. Over a longer time period only it will change. Yes, I'll be giving you few problems. Yes, please tell me what are those. Yes, we'll see. We'll see the characteristics and just tell whether it is what kind of element. It is passing through origin only. Okay, it is passing through origin, touching at origin. Fine. Now, please tell what kind of element. Is it linear? Is it bilateral? Is it active? Yes, please. Please give the answers. Be quick. Non-linear. Okay, Lavanya is telling non-linear. Any other answers about okay, unilateral? Is it active or passive then? Lavanya is telling non-linear and unilateral. Kubal Tangaraj is also telling same unilateral, active. Okay, Prasanna, unilateral and active. Arshaya, Annie, please reply. No problem if you are telling wrong also, but please. Non-linear. Okay, Arshaya. Yeshila, active. Okay, done. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody is giving correct answers. Yes, that means you have understood the concepts. It is not a straight line passing through origin. That means it will be non-linear. And if characteristics are similar in first and third quadrant or second and fourth quadrant, then it is bilateral. Here it is similar in first and second, so it is unilateral. And the characteristics are lying in second quadrant, so it will be active. Fine. Is it clear? Yes. Is it clear? Okay. Now we are going to see about the resistor basic components: resistor, inductor, capacitor. Then till now we have seen type of elements. Now we'll see what is resistor, what is capacitor, what is inductor. Resistor is a device that has the property called resistance. By virtue of it, which opposes the flow of current. And the formula R is equal to rho into L by A. Rho is the resistivity of a material or specific resistance of a material. It is measured in ohm meters, and L is the length of the conductor measured in meters. A is the cross section area of the element measured in meter squares. Okay, meter square or square meter. And resistance, you all know it is measured in ohms. Fine. Why do the material possess resistance? Can anybody tell? Material is having a resistance, it's fine. But why do it will have? See, why materials possess resistance? Metal atom, whichever is there, it loses electron. Fine. And it becomes a positive ion, which remains fixed inside the crystal and are surrounded by electrons. And these positive ions also called as kernels. And when battery is connected to the material, creating an electric field from positive to negative, electrons drift opposite to electric field. This I have told you yesterday, with a velocity called drift velocity. When this is going on, the electron movement, okay, it will be random motion. So electron collide among the electrons only, and also with the ions already which is there. So because of this collision, there will be leading to obstruction in the current flow. Why obstruction? Because electrons are colliding within themselves and also with the ions. So there will be obstruction. So this obstruction is called resistance. Done? Is it clear? Is it clear? Why? And one important point is at T is equal to 0 Kelvin. Okay. No thermal energy. No thermal resistance. No thermal energy or thermal velocity. If no thermal energy, therefore no oscillations will be there. If no oscillations, then R will be equal to 0. Because if no oscillations, then no collision. If no collision, entirely it will flow freely. No resistance at all. If no resistance, R is equal to 0. So it will be called as superconductors. When the material behaves as superconductors, at T is equal to 0 Kelvin, the material will be behaving as superconductors. Fine. What is this thermal energy? When it will come? When means, see, this electron is there. Here one electron is there. Here also one electron. Because of collisions, it is moving in random motion. Means like this. Okay. It is moving in different directions. This also. It is colliding and moving. Then that means because random motion. Okay. It is due to random motion is due to thermal energy. Okay. And this thermal energy will be equal to 0 at T is equal to 0 Kelvin. So at T is equal to 0 Kelvin, resistance will be 0 and it behaves as superconductors. Fine. Is it clear? Okay. What is temperature coefficient? Yes. What is temperature coefficient? It measures how much a material's electrical resistance changes because of change in temperature variations. If temperature is varying, how the resistance is varying, that we will be knowing by temperature coefficient. Okay, how much it is varying, it measures by temperature coefficient. So it is measured in per degree Celsius. Okay, per degree Celsius. That means unit is per degree Celsius. Okay, don't write degree Celsius temperature means per degree Celsius. Fine, clear? It will be like this per degree Celsius. Clear? Then RT will be equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha into delta T or T minus T naught. Delta T is equal to T minus T naught. R is equal to what? Yes, this RT. RT is equal to resistance at temperature T. Okay, what is the value of the resistance at temperature T? And what is the value of R naught? R naught is equal to resistance at temperature T naught. And what is alpha? This is what? The temperature coefficient of resistance. Temperature coefficient of resistance. It is measured in per degree Celsius. Okay. If alpha greater than 0, therefore resistance increases as temperature increases. If alpha greater than 0. For semiconductors, for semiconductors, temperature coefficient is less than 0. Okay, so resistance decreases as temperature increases. Fine. Is it clear? Is it clear? Oh, now for conductors, resistance will be increasing if temperature increases. For semiconductors, resistance decreases as temperature increases. See how you will do this problem. How you will do this? It is given the incandescent lamp is marked at 40 watt to 40 volt. If the resistance at room temperature is 120 ohm and temperature coefficient alpha is given, then on state filament temperature is approximately. Yes, how you will do? Here is given alpha. Alpha is equal to 4.5 into 10 power minus 3 and resistance at room temperature is given. From here, you can get the value of R. Okay, you can get the value of R naught. Let it be R naught. Or it is given here already 120. Then on state filament temperature we have to find. Okay, on state filament temperature means T we have to find. From here you will get one resistance. Here already 120 is given at room temperature. Alpha is given. So one more T you can find as it is. Clearly you can get. Fine. Is it clear now? Is it clear? Okay. Now we'll go for Ohm's law. If there is any doubt, you can ask me. If it is clear, we'll go for next thing. Please. Okay, we'll go. We'll go for next one. Ohm's law. Whenever, what is Ohm's law? Whenever a potential difference is applied between two ends of a conductor, current flows through the conductor which is proportional to potential difference. That means here clearly you can tell the current which is flowing through the conductor is proportional to potential difference applied. That means I is directly proportional to V. If you remove this proportionality constant, then I will be equal to V by R. This is what you will write everywhere. V is equal to IR, V is equal to IR. You got from Ohm's law in this manner. Okay. I is directly proportional to V and proportionality constant if you remove it will be 1 by R. So I is equal to V by R. Fine. R is the value of the resistance of the material. Is it clear? This, it is the slope of the VI curve represents resistance of the element. Everywhere you see, if it is 1 volt, then 1 amp, 2 volt, 2 amps. That means it is increasing linearly. Okay, there is a linear increment. Fine. Even if it is in opposite direction also, same thing is there. Fine. Now we'll go for next problem. How you will find this? Yes, how you will find this? Please find and tell me the answer. I'll give 1 or 2 minutes time. It will be very simple one only. Lavanya, once again means which one? Please. Ohm's law or temperature coefficient resistance? Problem. Okay. I'll tell you the problem. Okay. I'll tell you the problem. You please try to solve this. This is simple. V is equal to IR formula only. Nothing more is needed. But here R value is given, okay? V value is equal to 300. How you will find this? Yes, what is the answer? Be quick, be quick. What is the answer? Waiting for your answers, please. Please be quick. And he's also asking about this problem. Please tell that answer. I'll explain this also. Yes. No answers? Say it is very simple. R value is given, find the value of I. R is there, V is there. So what will be the I? I is equal to V by R. Yes. And here V is equal to IR. That means 300 is equal to I into R. R means 25 plus I by 2. If you do LCM, then it will be 50 plus I by 2. And if you send this 2 to other side, then it will be 600 is equal to I into 50 plus I. And if you multiply this I with both 50 and I, then it will be 50I plus I square. You take this 600 to other side, then it will be minus 600, it equal to 0. If you arrange this, this will be in the form of I square plus 50I minus 600. Then it is like ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. For this, how you will find roots or factors? Then minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac, okay, by 2a. You just do that. Minus b is minus 50 plus or minus under root b square will be 2500 minus 4 into ac. 4, a is 1, c is 600. That too minus 600. So minus into minus, it will be plus here. Clear? By 2a. Then it will be minus 50 plus or minus 2500 plus this is 2400 will come. So totally it will be 4900 by 2. What will be the answer? Minus 50 plus or minus this will be 70 by 2 is equal to 0. So if you do this answer, what you are getting? Yes. Same answer you are getting? Please. Please tell the answer. Is it clear? or shall I explain again? Be quick. Then here, what you will get here? You will be getting minus 50 plus 70 if you take. Then it will be plus 20 by 2. It will be equal to 10. That will be one value. I is equal to 10. Then one more will be minus 50 minus 70 by 2. Minus 120 by 2 is equal to minus 60. And here current will be always a positive value in the circuit. So this is, here the current is flowing like this only. No, this is source here. Yes, in source current will flow from negative to positive. So it is flowing from negative to positive in this direction. So current direction is same. Then it will be positive current only. So the value of the answer is 10. Therefore, I is equal to 10 amps. Is it clear? 10 and 30. How you got 30, Sheila? Please check. Check once. It's not 30. I'll tell the problem, Lavanya. I'll tell that temperature coefficient problem also. Here. Okay. Now we'll see. What is given here? What is given? Please tell. The given question is room temperature is given, and at room temperature, what is the resistance is also given. Yes. And temperature coefficient is also given. He is asking to find the on state filament temperature. On state filament temperature. He is asking to find temperature. On state means, you see, incandescent lamp is marked with these ratings. When you switch on, this will be the ratings. Yes, you know P is equal to VI. Yes, I is equal to V by R. So it will be equal to V square by R. Here it is given P is equal to 40 watts. This is given here. And V is equal to 240 volts. And alpha temperature coefficient is equal to 4.5 into 10 power minus 3 per degree centigrade, per degree Celsius. And room temperature, that is initial temperature T naught, it is equal to 26 degrees Celsius. And R naught is equal to 120 ohm. You have to find the value of T. Clear? Very simple. It is very simple. You know what is the value of RT? RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha into change in temperature. Let it be delta T. Fine. Change in temperature. RT is equal to, you can find from the lamp ratings. R is equal to what? P is equal to V square by R. If you send R to other side and P to this side, then it will be V square by P. It is 240 square by 40. What will be the answer? 240 square by 40. Yes. It will be 240 into 6 is 1440 ohms. Okay. This will be the resistance. Here 1440 is equal to, what is R naught? It is given that is equal to 120 into 1 plus, what is the value of alpha? Alpha is 4.5 into 10 power minus 3 into delta T. Yes, now if you find overall, what will be the delta T? Delta T. Delta T is equal to, how much you are getting? Delta T? Please, you will get by simple calculations delta T. Yes, and delta T is equal to T minus T naught. That means you will get delta T from here. Delta T is equal to, you have to find the value of T, minus T naught is 26. So you will get answer from here. Yes, is it clear? You put the answer in calculations, calculator, then you will get the answer. Is it clear, Lavanya now? Please tell. Answer you can find later on also. No need to worry, but you should know how to find. If it is clear, then it's fine. Okay, yes. Okay. Then the other one, how to find resistance, that also it's found, or shall I explain again that? Is it clear? The other problem. This. Is it okay? Have we got the answer? Arshaya, Annie. Okay. Arshaya, Annie, somewhere you have done wrong calculations. Please check, I told. Now you got the correct answer, or not Arshaya, Annie, Yeshila. Sorry. Arshaya, Annie told correct. Yeshila, please check. Okay, you got now? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, we'll move forward. Now, this is the important concept. Please, you all know, but please listen. What is short circuit and what will happen when there is a short circuit? When two nodes are directly connected by a wire, then their potential difference becomes zero, and this is called short circuit. Under short circuit, voltage will be zero, but current may have any value. Okay, current can be infinity also, very high value also it can be there, and any value. If there is a current source supplying some current to a circuit, if there is a short circuit across it, then the entire current will flow through the short circuit only. Okay, when the two nodes are not connected to each other, then it is said to be open circuit. Under open circuit, voltage can be any value, but current value is zero. This is P, not R. But current value is zero. Voltage can be any value. This you all know. Now you please do this. Find the value of current I here, and here you find the value of V. Yes. Please tell the answers. What is the answers? Please be quick. Please. And one thing, whatever problems I'm telling in class and giving as a homework, please do it. If you are having any doubt, please ask me. And if you complete this homework and whatever problems we are doing in class, no need to practice any PYQs also. I am sure you can solve every question coming in your GATE exam. Even if it is EE, ECE, instrumentation, any branch, if you are following these classes properly and doing the questions, then okay, I is equal to 2 amps for open circuit. Pugal Tangaraj is saying, in open circuit, I am asking the voltage. There it is given V. Yes, voltage across the 4 ohm, you please tell. Voltage across the 4 ohm. Lavanya, 3 amps. Where it is 3 amps, please tell. It is either in means in short circuit problem. You are getting 3 amps. Short 1 amp, 1 amp. Then how you told 3 amps? Huh? There is a short. Yes, yes. Now it is 1 amp. Mistake from okay, done. Okay, okay. See, I'll tell you now. What I have told here. Under short circuit condition, current may have any value, but voltage is 0. Okay. Now the same thing you see here. This is a short, right? From here to here, there is a short. That means from this branch, from here to here, the voltage is 0. If voltage is 0, the current through resistor, I am asking. If voltage is 0, current through resistor will be I is equal to V by R, and V is 0, then I will be, what will be the value of I? I will be 0 through the resistor. Fine. That means the current will be flowing only through the short circuit. Okay? Current will be flowing only through the short circuit. Whenever, this is the direct shortcut, I am telling what practically is happened. Now, whenever you see short across any element, you remove that element first. Okay? You remove that element and calculate it. What is the remaining one? You redraw. This is R1. This is Vs. Okay? This is R2. And if you remove this element, okay, I told you yesterday, this node and this node, if you see, it is connected by a simple wire. That means both are single node. Yes, both are single node here and here also. Correct? If both are single node, then this short is also across this 100 ohm. Yes, this short is also across 100 ohm. That means this will also be cancelled. So what will happen finally? Only only 1 minute. This short is across 25 ohm and also across 100 ohm. Fine. That means the current will be flowing only like this. This is the short. This is 20 ohm. This is 120 volt. So I is equal to Vs by R1, that is equal to 120 by 20 is equal to 6 amps. Okay. Lavanya, you told it is short. You have removed this 25 ohm. It's fine. But you can also see these two are also a single node. It is forming a single node here and here. That means the short is also across 100 ohm, right? It is clear. So this will also be removed. Is it okay? Yes, please. Is it okay? Understood the concept? This form a single node. If it is clear, please tell yes. Yes, understood. Yes. Okay. I told you yesterday, nodes. Yes. Same concept here also. Clear? These are the basic questions. Don't do these mistakes again. Fine? In future, if you are solving any problem, if it is coming like this, then see across which are the elements it is there. Okay. Now, here if you see, what is the value of this V? Here it is open circuit. Open means current will be zero here, but voltage will be there. If voltage is there, then the current will be flowing like this. Okay. It will be flowing like this and it will come back. Fine. It will come back again. Is it clear? Current will be flowing through 2 ohm and 4 ohm. And again it will come back to the source. Done? Done. Now you see, if current is flowing like this, then this 2 ohm and 4 ohm are in series. So if it is in series, R total will be equal to 2 plus 4 is equal to 6 ohm. Then I will be equal to 12 by 6 is equal to 2 amps. Now, if you want to find this voltage, the current is flowing from positive to negative. That means this is absorbing the power. And here voltage V is equal to I into R. What current is flowing here? Not the total current. What current is flowing here you have to see. Here I, whatever current is flowing through 2 ohm, same current is flowing through 4 ohm because here it is open circuit. So we got I is equal to 2 amps. This 2 amps only flowing through 4 ohm also. So V will be equal to 2 into R is 4 ohm. It is given in question. So V is equal to 8 volts. Okay. V across here. Across 4 ohm will be 8 volts. Is it clear? Please. Yes. Yes, Sheila. Okay, okay. Understood now? How to do? Okay, done. Now, what is power and energy? We have already seen P is equal to V into T. Integral P into dt is equal to IE. So, same things. Yesterday, what we have seen. Today, the same formulas. But here, I have written energy dissipated in R. W is equal to integral P of T into dt. Conductance G is equal to 1 by R mho into Siemens. Conductivity is equal to 1 by mho, 1 by this specific resistance, unit is mho per meter. Okay, these two also important for your state level exams, because based on this also they will be asking questions. They may ask the unit also. What will be the unit of conductance? What will be the unit of conductivity? If resistivity is given, how to find conductivity? All this. Now you see series equivalent circuit. Series equivalent circuit, when you will tell two elements will be are said to be, two elements are said to be in series when the current flowing through the both elements, two elements are said to be in series when current flowing through these elements, when current flowing through these elements is same, then it is said to be in series. Okay, done. Two or more you can take. Okay, it is not compulsory two only. You can also tell two or more. Two or more elements are said to be in series when current flowing through these elements is same. Here if you see 24 volts is there, current I, for suppose I is flowing through this. I is flowing through R1 and same current is flowing here through R2, that is 4 ohm. Okay, and through R3, that is 6 ohm. You can see clearly same amount of current is flowing. There is nowhere diverting. If same amount of current is flowing, that means they are in series. When they are in series, then the total resistance will be equal to addition of all, that much only, R1 plus R2 plus R3. Fine. Is it clear? Simple thing. If you add these resistances which are in series, then it will be equivalent series resistance. Now, current, what will be the value of current from this problem? We'll see. I is equal to, it is equal to V by R. V, whatever is given, V means this is the total resistance, right? From where to where you are finding total resistance? From A to D. What will be the total resistance? R equivalent here. R equivalent will be R1 plus R2 plus R3 means 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 6 will be equal to 12. 12 ohm is the equivalent resistance. That means from A to D, the resistance is equal to 12. And from A to D, what is the voltage applied? You have to see. Voltage applied across A to D is 24 volts. Okay. 24 by 12. If you see this, the answer will be equal to 2 amps. That means the current flowing through this R1, R2 and R3 is equal to 2 amps. Now, what will be the value of V1? V1 will be across the R1. V2 will be across the R2. V3 will be across R3. Fine. Now, how you will find? Because in series, currents will be same. Voltage will be different. Voltage will be divided. Voltages will be divided. Okay. Now, how the voltages are dividing? That is a very important thing. Here, you can directly tell V1 is equal to I1 into R1. V1 is equal to I1 into R1. What will be the answer? I is equal to 2 amps. R1 is equal to 2 ohm. So, V1 will be equal to, directly by saying that you can tell I into R1 is equal to 2 into 2 is equal to 4 volts. V2 is equal to I into R2 is equal to 2 into 4 is equal to 8 volts. V3 is equal to I into R3, that is equal to what? 2 into R3 is 6 volts, that is equal to 12 volts. Then in this manner, you can find. Now you observe one thing clearly. V1 is equal to 4, V2 is equal to 8, V3 is equal to 12. And if you add these three, 4 plus 8, 12. 12 plus 12 is equal to 24. 24 is the value you are getting when you add V1, V2, V3. And 24 is the voltage which you have applied across A and D. That means whatever voltage is applied, that is dividing. Fine. You please be clear, whatever voltage is applied, that is dividing between these resistances. Okay. Clear? Done. And when it is parallel, how you will do? If it is in parallel, 1 by R equivalent. Okay. 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This will be the final value. And in parallel, voltage across each element, if voltage across each element is same, then we can tell all these elements are, in parallel. We can tell all these elements are in parallel. Okay. Here if you see, voltage V is the point here. Here no element is there means whatever node is there, all these are single nodes. This is also. Then voltage V is applied across R1, R2 and R3 is same. The voltage is V. When voltage is same across all these elements, then we can tell all the three are in parallel. Fine. Is it clear? The current I, how you will get? I is equal to V by R. R equivalent you have to find from this formula. 1 by R equivalent you find and you write what is the R equivalent value. V is equal to I into R equivalent. Clear? Now you please tell what is the answer for this. What will be the answer for this? He has given voltage. He is asking the current. If power absorbed is this much, how much is the current? N means nano. Okay. N means nano, that is equal to 10 power minus 9. Mu means micro, that is equal to 10 power minus 6. You please tell the answers. Yes. Please find the answer and tell me. Power is given. Voltage P is equal to VI. P by V will be equal to I. Please, everyone, please reply. Please tell the answers. Be quick. Please be quick. If you are having any doubts, please tell me. No issues. I'll explain again whatever you want. But before going further into KCL, KVL, why I'm giving this basic problem means for practice. If you are perfect enough in doing this, then there you will not face any issues. If not, it will be very difficult in solving those problems. That is the reason why I'm taking all these basic questions. What happens when short circuit? What happens when open circuit? 18.5 nano ampere. 18.5. We'll see. We'll wait for others also. And for B, what is the answer, Lavanya? Prasanna, B is equal to 0.8 milliamp. 18.5. B is correct. Option A. Lavanya, you please check the number you are telling is correct. But is it nano? 18.5 is correct. But is it nano ampere? And Prasanna, 1.5, 0.8 milliamperes. It is correct. 0.8 milliamperes is correct. And for A, okay, Lavanya, yes. Yes, now you are correct. It is microamperes. Fine. Yes. See. P is equal to VI. You all know this formula. And he is asking current and power is given, voltage is given. I is equal to P by V. P is for A. This is for A. 27.75 into 10 power minus 9 by 1.5 into 10 power minus 3. Put in calculator. If you put this in calculator, then you will be getting around 18.5 into 10 power minus 6 amperes. Then you can call it as 18.5 microamperes. And for B, I is equal to P by V is equal to 1.2 into 10 power minus 6 by 1.5 into 10 power minus 3. Then this is equal to 0.8 into 10 power minus 3. This is means 10 power minus 3 is milliamps. Done. And you can also write this as 800 microamps. 0.8 milliamps is also correct. 800 microamps is also correct answer. Clear now? Yes. Is it clear? Please reply. Please be quick. Yes, Prasanna. Okay, done. We'll see the next one. What is the voltage, power, and energy over one cycle? How you will find this? 4 ohm resistance, it has a current of I is equal to 2.5 sine omega t. And find the voltage, power, and energy. Voltage, how you will get when you have current and resistance? V is equal to I into R. And for power, P is equal to V into I. You will find voltage by V is equal to IR and power is equal to V into I. And for energy, E is equal to integrate P into dt. Simple answer. Please do it. Please do this. Shall I do or you will do? Please reply. Shall I do or shall I give time for you to do? Please reply. If you want me to do, I'll do it. If you want you to do in class, I'll give time. Please tell. I want to know. Shall I do or you will do? Please reply. Please reply. Shall I do this problem? You will do. Okay. Please try. I'll give it's 8:41. In 2 minutes, please tell all the answers. Because we have to discuss a lot about inductor, capacitor, and problems. Lot of things are there to discuss. Please be quick. All are passed out students or you are currently going to college? Passed out. Okay. When you have passed out, Pugal Tangraj? Okay. Prasanna is also passed out. Passed out means please tell when you have passed out. In 2026, okay, recently. Fine, fine. Okay, Prasanna is also 2026. Yes, Sheila. Okay, everyone, almost 3% recently, okay, this year. Okay, daily, please practice previous year questions. If it is the subjects which I am teaching, then first, if you are practicing the questions which I am solving in class, that is more than enough. But if you have time, you can go with the questions also, PYQs, which are remaining. But mostly, I'll discuss whichever difficulty is there. I'll discuss all these things. Google Tangaraj. Okay, preparing for TNEB AE. Okay, solve PYQs, sir. All these PYQs are for simple one will be coming for TNEA EB only. Based on that only, I am teaching. It's not for material will be same. The question pattern will be different for GATE and TNEB. Pattern will be little different because for TNEB, it will be for one question you will be having, I think, around 1 minute, less than 1 minute only. So it will not be more difficult questions. More numerical questions will not be coming. But if it is GATE, you will get more numerical questions. That is the difference. And everything other, it is same. You have to learn all the concepts, everything. These simple kind of questions here, they will be asking in TNEB only. I'll be telling for TNEB and also for GATE. No, don't worry. Subject is same, but the questions will be different. I'll be taking for both. After completing the subject also, I'll be taking separate class for PYQs, separate class for different type of questions. I'll be continuing that. No need to worry. Okay. We'll go with the answer now. Yes, any answers? Done. See, see here. Find the voltage is asking. Voltage means voltage V is equal to I into R. Correct? And it is equal to 2.5 sine omega t. Okay, into 4. You just multiply these magnitudes. Then 2.5 into 4 is 10 sine omega t. This is the value of voltage. Now, what is the value of power? E is equal to V into I. That means 10 sine omega t. Yes, 10 sine omega t into I is equal to 2.5 sine omega t. If you multiply these magnitudes, 10 into 2.5 is 25. Sine omega t is sine square omega t. Okay. Sine square omega t, you can also tell as 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. Then this 2 and 25 will get cancelled. Then you will be remaining as 12.5. What you will get? 12.5 into 1 minus cos 2 omega t. Then this is the power. And for energy, how you will do? Energy E is equal to integral t into dt. And from where to where we have to find? He is asking over one cycle, and he has given omega is equal to 500 radians per second. That means from 0 to, we have to see what is the time. Okay, what he has given here? He has given omega. If he has given omega, that means, you see here, omega is equal to 500 radians per second. Then this is what he has given. If 500 radians per second is given, what is omega? Omega is equal to 2 pi f. And what is time? Time t is equal to 1 by f. So if you substitute here, omega is equal to 500 is equal to 2 pi 1, t is equal to 1 by f. So f will be equal to 1 by t. So in place of f, you write 1 by t. So what will be the value of t? T is equal to 2 pi by 500. 2 pi by 500 will be the time t. 2 pi by 500. This is over one cycle. Okay, for one cycle, you got this time t is equal to 2 pi by 500. So energy you have to find from 0 to 2 pi by 500 is nothing but omega only. So you write omega or 500, anything, whatever you want. 2 pi by omega into dt. Now, what you got? T. T is equal to 12.5 integral 0 to 2 pi by omega into 1 minus cos 2 omega t into dt. Okay, that means 12.5 and integration of 1 is equal to t. Okay, and limits, you write this is the lower limit, this is the upper limit, minus cos 2 omega t. What will be the integration of it? It will be sine 2 omega t. Yes, sine 2 omega t by 2. And the limits are 0 and 2 pi by omega. Now you first substitute with the upper limit. Okay, 12.5 into upper limit, if you substitute 2 pi by 500, it will be there. Fine. Minus lower limit is 0. Here also you substitute with the upper limit. Sine, here 2 omega is there already. 2 omega and t is equal to, in place of t, you substitute 2 pi by omega. Then omega and omega will get cancelled. It will be 4 pi by 2 minus sine 2 omega into t is equal to 0. So sine 2 into 0 is equal to 0 only. So finally, what answer you will get? 12.5 into 2 pi by 500. Right? This value sine 4 pi. Sine 4 pi is equal to 0. So this will be the final answer. If you multiply this, it will be around what answer? 0.157 joules. Fine. Is it clear? Is it clear now? How you have to find the energy? Yes, please reply. If it is clear, then I'll give 1 or 2 questions as an homework. Please do those. Okay? Do as a homework. Done? Homework questions. Question number 1. The resistance R is equal to 2 ohm. Okay? And length L is equal to 1 meter. Done. Now, obtain the resistance. Obtain the resistance if specific resistance. What is specific resistance? Specific resistance is nothing but resistivity only. If specific resistivity is doubled, okay, if it is doubled and diameter is also doubled and diameter is doubled and length is made and length is made 3 times of the first. That means what will be the length? Length will be 3 times of the first, means initially it is 1 meter, now it will be 3 meters. Okay, that will be the length. And what is the resistivity? What happened? You have to go with resistivity. You have to find what is the thing, and finally you find the resistance. Okay, this will be the good question. It is a very, very good question for GATE and also TNEB. I have given mixing 2 or 3 questions in this only. Okay, I have given in that manner. Fine. Okay. And one more is 25 ohm resistance has voltage of V is equal to 150 sine 377 t volt. Okay. Find corresponding current and power. Yes. Corresponding voltage and power P. You will get again in sine terms only. Okay. Please do this. And if you are having any doubt in doing these questions or today's class, please ask me. I'll reply. Please, please. If you are having any doubts, because these are homework questions which you have to do. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me. I'll tell you. Even if you are not at all understanding the question or anything, you can ask me. I'll tell how to do this. Then you can do. Otherwise, any doubts regarding today's class, please provide yesterday's homework sum, sir. Yesterday's homework sum means I have to solve, or you are asking only answers? You are asking answers or yesterday's questions? Why? Yesterday you did not note? Yesterday, okay. Okay, then I'll show you yesterday's questions also. This is the yesterday's question. I have given you 2 to 3 questions, right? Yesterday also. Yes, please. Junction means this is the minimum number of equations required. Okay, this answer I'll tell you later also. It is not like B is equal to number of meshes is equal to B minus n plus 1. There is also one more equation. He is asking minimum number of equations. Mesh equations, if he is asking, then it is equal to B minus n plus 1. One more is there. I'll tell you in the later classes. That will be the answer for this. And here, how many junctions? If 3 or more than 3 elements are connected at a point, it is called a junction. I have given already. You have to count and just tell the answer. And here, this is the homework. Is it okay now? Is it clear? Yesterday's also. Lavanya, please tell. If you want screenshots, I can give you screenshot also. One is missing. Which one? Which one you are missing? Otherwise, if you want to take screenshots, then I can give you that. I'll open that. You can take screenshot. If you're having any doubt or anything else. This I have given you in your homework. I have given you 5 problems around. I think this is the 4th one. I also told how to do this. Take a screenshot of it. If you're having doubt, I can you can ask me. I'll tell the answers also. And this is one more. This, if you draw a graph, whatever given in question, just draw that graph. Then you will get the answer very simply. You will get a square or a triangle. Then you find the area of it. Integration is nothing but the area only. So you find the areas. If you are getting 2 areas, then A1 plus A2, if you add 2 areas, then that will be the total energy. Done? Clear now? Please. Lavanya, is it okay? Okay. Okay. Any doubts? You can ask me. If no doubts, we'll close for today. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about quickly we'll discuss about inductors and capacitors. Okay. After that, we are going to do some problems on inductors and capacitor, 1 or 2 problems. Then we'll jump into the other one. Next. Yes, any? We'll jump into the problems. And we'll see the different kind of problems, and also KCL, KVL, how we gonna solve all these things. Is it fine, Pugal Tangaraj? If it is clear, then we'll close for today. Okay, then thank you. Okay. Okay, Lavanya, Arshia, Prasanna. Okay, yes, sir. But please do homework. Everybody is doing those homeworks. Very simple one only. If you are having any doubts, I told you already, you can ask me. I'll give the answer. I'll explain also. No need to worry. If you are having doubts, you can ask me. Okay, tomorrow you do the homeworks and please come. Done? Clear? Okay. Good night. Bye. Okay.